Ford F-150 is the most trusted brand in pickup trucks. Now we're going to find out about the Ford F-150 Lightning, which is a battery electric powered pickup truck. Yes, a pickup truck powered by electricity and powered by batteries. On this episode of the Real DC Car Guy. In addition to Ford's Lightning, their F-150 Lightning, we've got something special for you as well. So tune into this episode of the Real DC Car Guy as we check out a couple of Ford's electrified products. Yes, we have the Mach-E, which you've seen from our recent videos, the Ford Lightning, and the Ford E-Transit. Follow us here on YouTube on the Real DC Car Guy. It's William West Hopper from the Real DC Car Guy, and we're here at Union Market with Ford's new all-electric Lightning pickup truck. Let's check out an all-electric Ford F-150 pickup, the Ford F-150 Lightning pickup.
Hello everyone, I'm Cynthia Williams. I lead the Global Sustainability, Homologation and Compliance team at Ford. And if you see the vehicles here, these vehicles are key to that strategy. These vehicles we designed to be familiar to customers. We chose our most iconic vehicles, the Mustang Mach-E, the F-150, and our Transit EV commercial vehicle. These are all vehicles that customers love. We're delivering features that they need and they desire, and that will make it easy to transition into EVs.
Hi, my name is Darren Palmer. I'm the General Manager for Battery Electric Vehicles. So Ford is planning to lead the revolution into electrified vehicles. But the way we're going about that is we don't just expect customers want to move into BEV. We want to make products that are so compelling that they want to move. We get the heart first. And then we have the F-150 Lightning, which we had a huge customer reaction to. We had over 100,000 reservations in the first 10 days. And let me tell you, that hose hasn't stopped since. So a huge reaction. That's designed to do things that gas never did. That's what will attract people in. The first one that people are feeding back on, Mega Power Front. Mega because it's 400 litres of extra space that you never had before, that's dry and lockable. Power because it's got 2.4 kilowatts of power sockets in it. The vehicle's got 11 power sockets, more than most of our garages, and over 9.6 kilowatts of power on the vehicle. And then the last thing about the front is it holds 400 pounds. That's very unusual for front trucks. They're usually a plastic bin and they can't hold much. That one's engineered to, you can fill it with concrete if you wanted to.
It's an F-150, and that's really key. Consumers love the F-150 brand, and pretty much everything about this truck is F-150, whether it be the interior, whether it be the bed or the exterior of it. The one thing that's not, and that's different, that people are going to find is the fact that it is battery electric powered. Yes, battery powered pickup truck. And that is what the Lightning is all about. What's going to be really good about this truck is that it has the Ford Built Tough branding on it, and it is truly a Ford product. Ford calls a frunk where the engine would normally be, that's a trunk. Pickup trucks don't have trunks, and it's a lockable trunk. So that's really going to be useful for people who want to carry things. And so let's have a look under the hood of this F-150 pickup. Well, guess what? There's no engine. This is just a storage area because this is the all-electric F-150 Lightning.
It's a family vehicle where you put the groceries or other goods in the front, and then you've got canoes or cycles for the kids in the back. The scene is a different usage. and a large percentage of them are new to battery electric vehicles. They've been waiting for a vehicle like this to come to market, so we're really delighted about that.
So what do we really like about the inside of this F-150 Lightning? Well, we really like the fact that it's just like Ford's F-150 with pretty much everything, including the fold-down gear shift, the workspace that opens up, the big screen in the center, the driving position, the driving position of the vehicle. Everything is as F-150 as it comes. But what's the real difference is that it is a battery-powered electric vehicle. And it's going to have, with the extended range package, up to 300 miles of range. It's going to be able to tow. And of course, the best part is it's a pickup truck. So you can put lots of stuff in the bed with the 4 doors and seating for 5 full-size Americans inside. You're going to be really comfortable driving this F-150 Lightning pickup truck.
The other features attract people, but the drive will hook people in moments at work. It tows 10,000 pounds and it has 2,000 pounds of max payload in the vehicle as well. It's made to do real work, and really it tows effortlessly. It'll tow a 10,000 pound up a 25% grade, stop on that grade and pull off again with zero drama. A normal gas vehicle's got 10 gears and a torque curve like shaped like that, so it makes a lot of noise while it's changing gears to get into those. This has 1 gear, 770 foot-pound from standstill, so it makes it effortless. Again, the customers are going to love that. It tows effortlessly. So I was towing last weekend with a big trailer, and over at 70 miles an hour, you feel the air resistance in the gas. That just keeps going. It does affect range, but the power's unbelievable. Yeah, the right question is, what happens on my journeys with my trailer? That's the right question. A generic answer is no use to anybody, because every trailer's different, and lower trailers that are heavy, when you take your foot off the gas, it regenerates. So the trailer pushes more energy in as well. We've started in our testing at the top of a hill, a big one, with a trailer, and by the time we get to the bottom there's more range than we started. So yeah, it's very dynamic to your journeys and what you want to do. So we'll give the tools to customers to assess, is it right for me? Before they buy, they can go, we'll be able to load in 4 parts and test it themselves before they buy, so they know for them. Because
so what is it that we all love about pickup trucks? Well, of course, it's the fact that it's a pickup truck with plenty of space in the back for hauling stuff, whether it be bikes, whether it be boxes, whether it be your tractor. You could put a ramp up here and put your lawn tractor in there. And you want to get up there and you think it's a little high to get up there? Well, guess what? There is even a step just like you would normally find on any F-150. So what are we finding out about with the new Ford Lightning pickup truck? Well, the inside looks pretty much like an F-150. Again, what Ford's doing is it's making these electric vehicles as normal as most vehicles are that consumers are used to.
mobile office, the whole concept of a mobile office that's air conditioned with the best sound system, the best microphone, a great 15-inch screen system, biggest on any truck ever, that integrates to your phone, and a fold-out desk. This is a very powerful concept. We introduced some of those features on the F150 now and the hybrid, but they really come into their own on a BEV. You can park that all day somewhere and run air conditioning and use it as an office anywhere in the country. And that is really appealing to people. And I don't just mean business owners that are the office. I mean soccer mums, busy business people, everybody. They can all think of a space where your parks, sports game for the kids, or something where you could use that extra space, you could use that ideal conditions. We were using it yesterday in the boiling heat when we were talking to the senators.
The back seat of the Ford F-150 Lightning is just like the back seat of any F-150, with easy access through the doors, climate control, power, seats that fold up, so you can actually put cargo up here or put the seats down for passengers, and you can sit 3 full-size passengers here in the back. Or put it down. There it is. And honestly, it's pretty easy to go ahead and fold those seats down.
The thing I'm most proud of all of this truck is the price. Because we're very aware we could have sold this truck at $60,000 and been sold out immediately. We knew that. We maybe hadn't quite understood how strong the reaction would be for the truck, but we decided to make it $39,974 very deliberately. This is the best-selling vehicle in America for over 4 decades, and we take responsibility seriously, and we're able to do it. We can do it because we have 4 million units of scale on the top hat and nearly 1 million units of scale on the chassis of the vehicle. That means we can do it at that price, and that is a strength of our company. It's also a responsibility. So it's $39,974 with a government incentive at the moment at $7,500 in most states. Some are even more. It's $32,000. This is in the gas prices now, and so the last excuse for going to BEV has gone. The price. We're seeing a lot of customers will want the higher series with the big screen and the lights on the front and rear. That's also a very reasonable price, maybe 58 minus 7,000 incentive. This is also in the heartland of where we sell many trucks today. It's also 4-wheel drive capable and lifted. All of them are lifted, so they're all capable of four-wheel drive. So just like today, you can get a work truck up to a virtually luxury machine. So the top end's about 90, but really it adds a lot more plush and leather, that type of stuff. The tech is the same. So even from the base all-wheel drive, all of them all-wheel drive, all of them with front, all of them with high-tech headlamps, and the long-range base model is 49,974, I think. It's a value that we've never seen before in electric vehicles, and you cannot ignore the F150, the country's most popular vehicle, being reimagined as electric, and I think that's what's happened. So
check out a couple of Ford's electrified products. Yes, we have the Ford Lightning and the Ford E-Transit. There is nothing more utilitarian than the van, and this transit van is basically ubiquitous in the marketplace. But what you don't know about this is an E-Transit. It's electric powered, which is going to be great for urban delivery options for fleet users.
Can you talk about fleet use, something with that? When is that going to be available for fleet use? Is that already out on the market? And what are the plans for the Lightning for fleet use?
So fleet is extremely important to us. These vehicles come from fleet and they're honed in the harshest environments of fleet. So we will look after our fleet customers, but this is a very fleet vehicle, as you might imagine.
So when will that be available to fleet customers?
In the fall, so it's going to production right now.
But is there order available? I mean, are people ordering it?
Yes, they are, yeah.
You don't have to give me numbers, I just want to know whether it was, whether they're after it or not.
Actually, we had the fleets, all of the big fleets in recently, and I got it recently, and they told us we need a product that's uptime, reliable, can be serviced in the market, and meets our needs for the particular routes we've got, and at the right price now. And they told us that's it. We're just buying that, and they'll replace 15% of their fleet every year. And many of the parts, of course, on the top of that vehicle are common with the Transit today.
Sure.
They told us that's the vehicle we've been waiting for. We're going to go for it. This one's about 20% fleet.
And what's police are the police operations? Will there be police operations with this one?
Yeah, they're interested as well.
Okay.
They considered fleet too. They think it's a great vehicle. They also love the lockable front. Really useful to them as well. So there's about 20% fleet. So we have a fleet series for them. The low one, 39 plus, the long range one, and most of them are ordering the long range one. They're super excited. They've expressed their interest already. We haven't opened order bank yet. We opened reservations, so they've registered their interest, and we will be selling them to fleet. So we're not just going to send top end and not look after our fleets, because they need reliability of supply. We'll make sure they've got that.
Thank you.
Mid-22 is when that will be available.
Yeah.
Great.
Ford has a variety of truck products out there for fleet users, And one of the most useful ones, of course, is the service van. And here we are inside Ford's Transit van. But what's different about this van is something that you may not think of in vans today. It's electrification. Yes, this full size, actually large size, e-Transit van is powered by battery-powered electric propulsion. So let's check it out. So we're going to go ahead and get into the driver's seat of this Ford all-electric e-Transit cargo van. And here we are in the driver's seat of the Ford e-Transit fully electric powered van. This is a service van, the way it's set up.
It's a Transit where it's all about cost of ownership and uptime and connectivity, and that vehicle delivers what our fleet customers want. We know that because we've developed it with our fleet customers, where they know what their routes are. They need a reliable vehicle that can make those routes reliably day after day for many years in all weather conditions, and it has the backup of a company like Ford. We can service the battery in that vehicle in over 2,300 locations and repair a battery in the field. I don't believe any other company can do that at the moment. So it's really important to our fleet customers, and they've told us that that's exactly the vehicle they need. Two different range lengths coming with that vehicle. We're starting with a shorter range vehicle, but it's very adequate for many routes that our customers have.
And we're sitting here inside of it, and it just is exactly like what you'd expect from a normal Transit van. It has a nice big screen telling you the charging locations. So let's see where our nearest charging locations are. Information. Their charge time set up. Okay, there you go. Departure and comfort. It's got all the things in there that you might need for that, which is really nice. Drive modes. Charge settings. Everything that you're going to want in an electric vehicle. But what's best of all, lots of space inside to operate in, to work in, and of course to see what's around you. And of course with the large mirrors and cameras, you're going to have lots of visual opportunities. This is Ford's all-electric e-Transit cargo work van.
We wanted it to be no excuse. The vehicle just does better, as it should with a new technology. So 300 miles of range, and 770 foot-pound of torque, plus 563 horsepower charging system. So we put together the largest charging network in America. Ford could have made their own network, but then you'll have a Ford network, a GM network, a Tesla network. This is not good for the consumer. So instead, we made a software system that's very easy to integrate. So no one ever said no to us. We integrated all of the best charging networks in America. So we have 63,000 plugs right now, but it's growing at a really fast rate because all the investment is coming in now as the business world sees the potential. So it's going up really fast. There's new announcements every week. It's going to be even bigger by the end of the year, by the time we launch, and even bigger again next year. And the vehicle has all of that stored in. It's live data. It knows which type of charger, how fast it is, what facilities are near the charger, because if you get a park and charge, you want to know if it's a coffee shop or shopping, and it will route you between those steps. So all the customer has to do is type in where they want to go, and the system takes care of everything, including an accurate range. And that's what customers are going to need, because a very large percentage of them, we know from our reservations, are new to better electric. And they're going to have to go through the whole learning curve of what is a battery electric and what does it do. And it's our responsibility to make that easy for them. And the vehicle will do that. Charging at home. So this has a huge battery. And we know it will be used for work. So when it arrives home at 11 p.m. and you want it to work hard again the next day, it needs a fast charger. So it has an 80 amp charger, and it comes free with the long range vehicle. And it's typically they're 40 amp now. Mostly in the market. It's quite rare for an 80 amp, but you need that if you want to charge it all the way by the morning. So we include it with the vehicle, and that same box is the one that does the bi-directional power in the home. You need an inverter and wired into the home to do the full home, and that will be done by Sunrun, which is the biggest solar battery installer in the US. It's bi-directional power, or Ford Intelligent Backup, where when you plug it into your house, the power goes out, it'll power your house for 3 days. With AC, the whole house. If you turn it down a little bit, the AC, you can get up to 10 days charging on the go, full charge in around 39 minutes when you're on the go. But most of the time when you're on a trip, you don't need that full charge. It'll really usually be about a 20-minute charge, most trips, because you get a bit more peak at the beginning, and that's optimum for a journey. So usually it's a 20-minute stop. By the time you've got a coffee, and inevitably when you come back to sit, somebody's going to be waiting there to ask you about the truck. That's what happens today in the Mach-E. But when really about a 20-minute stop for most people. So, but we also see most chargings at home. So 80% of charging of Mach-E is done at home, and people leave with a full tank every morning. So these vehicles, once they hit 300 miles, the range anxiety that people have comes down. And the thing, range estimate, because if you send a customer to a charger and it doesn't, the range changes while you're driving, what are you going to do? It's no good for customers. It has to be accurate. So we've worked on a system for this vehicle, intelligent range, where it first estimates, then it goes to the cloud, and it adds factors such as topography, weather, even wind direction. Because if you have a large trailer that's above the vehicle, the wind direction is going to affect the range. And so we're working on that system, and it's going to be highly accurate. As part of that, it has weighing scales, digital weighing scales, and they're working on this vehicle. And so you bring them up on the screen, it knows what weight has been put in the back. It needs to know the weight, so again, it can adjust the range.
So we want to thank you for joining us on this episode of the Real DC Car Guy as we talked about the new Ford F-150 Lightning battery electric pickup truck. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and we look forward to you subscribing for more automotive and truck reviews and stories on the automotive lifestyle. Until then, we look forward to seeing you on the next round of videos here on the Real DC Car Guy. Until then.